it's Electra. I'm back. Thanks for watching. I know it's been a while since I made a video, but I went out of town for about 4 days, and since I've come back, I just haven't been in the mood to film anything. But I guess now it's been a few days, and today I didn't have any social interaction at all because it's snowing here and I had nowhere to go. Couldn't even go to my group tonight for trans, but because the building got shut down due to weather. So yeah, but everything's going pretty good. Had a good trip back to see my parents and my brother, and doing overall okay. Saw my psychiatrist yesterday, told her everything that's been going on, even though it's been very stressful, and January was just like this month that seemed like it would never end. And everybody on Bluesky seemed to also have that sentiment that I saw. But yeah, January to me felt like it could have been 3 or 4 separate months all by itself. That's how long it felt. But I think all things kind of have worked out to, you know, maybe not the best necessarily because it's too early to tell, but I feel like I'm at least kind of on the right track in most things. You know, so I'm feeling okay. We actually didn't change my meds at all. That's the first time that we did not increase something or decrease something since I've been seeing her now, which is like since last summer. So I think my meds are finally fairly balanced, and then I'm feeling pretty decent and functional. I'm gonna have to go back to work in about a month at the absolute latest, and that might have to be my job that I have been on leave from since September of last year, 2024. And you know what, I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm not totally against that. I know I would have felt like a failure when I first started my leave last September. I'll get my coffee here. But I mean, it's the highest salary I'm capable of making at this point in my life and in this current job market, which seems abysmal. And the benefits are very good. It's going to allow me to continue transitioning at minimal expense out of my pocket. And I guess I'm just starting to see the realities of that. As much as I would like to just reset my whole life, it doesn't seem like it's really, I mean, I know it's never going to be an easy thing to do, and it's never going to be a risk-free thing to do, but it seems especially risky and hard at this particular point in time due to many things, but not the least of which is just the general instability of like everything in life right now. I think we all feel that. I don't even want to start cosmetology school because financial aid could just be pulled. They could pull the plug on financial aid any day now, you know, or I could start in March, and after a month or two, the financial aid I thought I was going to have may just dry up. What happens then? I don't want to be that guinea pig. I'd rather wait, and maybe wait for a year or two for things to shake out. And if I'm still interested in this, a year or two is not going to make much difference in the end. If this is something I want to do, whether it's in a year or two from now, I'm not going to lose a lot of sleep on that. It's not like I don't have a job at all. I had an interview yesterday at the Pieces board game cafe and bar in Seward area of St. Louis. Went really well. The manager, I could tell, the general manager of the place seemed to like me and seemed to, you know, want me there. But of course it pays, well, the position I interviewed for would only pay $14 an hour. And she gave me this long explanation of, you know, ever since COVID, money's been tight and restaurants are hanging on by a string. And it's I understand that, you know, it's unfortunate, but I don't know who do you expect to find? Who do you expect to work for you for like that little? I mean, I don't know. I don't understand. I mean, it's gonna have to be like some kid like that still lives at home with their parents, or just somehow doesn't have to pay any kind of rent or a mortgage. So, you know, for on a full-time level, I couldn't do that. It might be a part-time thing that I can do for fun on the, you know, like on like maybe weekend nights when I just, you know, in the old days, like I would probably have just hermitized and not done anything. But I mean, maybe if I don't want to go out and be social just to be social, maybe if I can put that in the form of a part-time job that, and then like at least then I can make a little extra money. I can be paid to socialize, get out, go somewhere somewhere I've liked going, and I think I will continue to like going there. And you know, hopefully I can like meet people. Like really, that's what I want here. It's not even so much the $14 an hour. It's just to like get out, socialize with like-minded people, maybe meet some people that can like somehow lead to other things, you know, like, I mean, the best way to get any job is through word of mouth and being recommended by somebody that you personally know. And, you know, it never hurts to have acquaintances in life, I guess, contacts, if you want to call them that. And I've never been a good networker, but I think I can be if it's in a context that's comfortable for my autism. And if I feel like the other people are like-minded, and pretty much everybody that works there is probably on the spectrum, is my guess, as well as many other queer people and trans people. So it's definitely my tribe. It's definitely something I like to do. I play board games like pretty much every day here at home. Got one set up right now behind me. I'm gonna play it right after this. So I guess on a part-time basis, I can see the value of that, but I almost, it's like you almost have to look at it like as like a pastime and a hobby that happens to pay you a little bit of money. It's like not a serious form of income, not even side income. So, but that's where we are right now in this economy. I don't know how it's going to change. I don't know. Who knows what's going to happen? I don't know what I can do. I have not really any major useful skills to anyone that like would be willing to pay money for them, and other than where I work right now, which is a very specialized skill that has no real application to anywhere else in the workforce at all. My passport is on the way to me. It was approved. The only thing is I don't know which gender marker it's going to have. I sent it in around January 16th, and it was a little bit before that. They received it in Philadelphia on the 16th. I requested the gender to be changed to F for female. There was also an X option, but I didn't want the X option. I would rather be one or the other, I think, especially for purposes of like traveling and documentation. And sure enough, you know, when the new administration came in, the X was eliminated right away. The M and F is supposed to be based on what you were assigned at birth. So I don't know what to expect when I get this passport in the mail. I hope it has an F. I hope they just, you know, I hope just some rogue employee saw it and decided not to obey in advance. That's what everyone should be doing right now, is not obeying in advance. What's your payoff for not obeying in advance? I mean, why would you obey in advance? To keep your job, I guess? I mean, do you like your job that much? I mean, everyone hates their job, but yet they don't want to lose it. I think things would change in this country a lot quicker if people would just not put up with things they don't like and like don't make excuses for why you're putting up with things you don't like. Yes, you need money to live. No, you don't need that one job. Like I'm putting myself through this right now, trying to find out what else I can do, and maybe I will go back. But at least But at least it's not like I didn't put forth this effort to try to free myself from that albatross that was around my neck back in September. I could open it and it very well could have an M on it, and I don't even really care anymore because I just want a passport. I just want to know that I didn't waste my $130 to renew it. And I'd like to know that I can flee the country at any point if I feel like I absolutely have to do that. I think it's going to be my last resort. I don't want to flee this country. This is my country. This is where I've always lived. I've never lived in any other country except for Puerto Rico, which is a U.S. territory. So I can't say that that's a foreign country, even though it pretty much felt like it was. It's definitely not the U.S. It's a U.S. territory, but it's not quite a foreign country legally. Like I don't want to leave, but I like knowing the fact that I can leave. Like that alone is like peace of mind. That was well worth paying the $130 for. Even if I do leave, the 99% chance it's going to be to either Mexico or Canada. Europe is nice. I would go to Europe, but the reality is am I going to buy a plane ticket to Spain, which is where I would probably go? No. Is Europe going to be any better off in whatever catastrophes are building right now for us? Probably not. Like it'd be like moving to Germany in like 1939, like, or moving to Spain in like 1936, or London in 1940. But it's good for the peace of mind, and if I have to go to Mexico or Canada, I can just drive there and be admitted, and just see where the chips fall. You know, I'm not saying I would stay there illegally, but who knows what the circumstances will be if that were to happen, and what the policies would be of Mexico and Canada. Anyway, not much else is going on. Just ready for spring. Had a good trip to Texas. It was like 80 degrees one day I was there, which makes now I'm back in this cold and it feels worse. Even just like 2 days of relatively warm weather totally like resets your body to like not accept the cold as well. So it's the only bad thing about going on a warmer trip during the winter. You go back home and it's like you got to get used to it all over again. I think that's it for tonight. Just wanted to get back in the habit of this, and the best way to do that is to just do a video, and then it's going to make it easier to do another one again tomorrow, perhaps, or the next day. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.